Back, day 2 in Ben's kitchen. It's lunchtime, and lunchtime can be a funny one. People never really know, what we're going to do at lunch. You may be fed up with just making sandwiches or whatever it is you've been doing at home. So we're going to make a very simple frittata. So we've got some cold sliced meats, which I've chopped up here. I found some frozen peas in the freezer, which I've just defrosted. I've got some lovely new potatoes. You can find some fantastic Jersey Royals around at the moment. Perfect time for those, and you can't get a better potato, so fantastic. I've got some grated cheddar cheese. There's about 30 grams there. Again, I'm cooking for just me and the wife. I've got 1 red pepper. I've got a little bit of garlic. I've taken 1 clove off the bulb and I've sliced. I've got 6 eggs I've taken, which I have put into a bowl and I've whisked up. Now there's a tiny bit of seasoning in there. Got a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, just enough to give it some flavour. I've got half an onion sliced. We're going to fry them off shortly. And I've got a little bit of olive oil and just a touch of butter. Okay, let's go. So we're going to start off by frying off some onions. We want them nice and golden caramelised. Again, nice and soft. Take the bitterness away and the rawness from the onion. So again, it will release its sugars and become nice and sweet, and that's when they taste their best. So we're going to go with a little bit of olive oil in 1 pan, and also a little olive oil in the other, because we're going to be sautéing those lovely new potatoes. Okay, so we're going to go in with the sliced onions. Again, you want a medium heat on those. You don't want them to burn. You just want them to cook down slowly. I'm going to turn it up just slightly. We're going to go the same with the potatoes. So we've got the oil here getting nice and hot. I'm going to stick the potatoes in. I've got 3 new potatoes here, and we're just going to fry them off lightly so they're nice and golden on both sides, and then they're going to go lovely into the frittata. Okay, so I will give them a little bit of a seasoning. Remember, it's important to season everything as you go. The new potatoes, they've been fried off and they're lovely golden and brown. The onions, they've softened, they're getting a nice bit of colour on them. So I'm now going to put the onions with the potatoes. I'm going to give the pan a little wipe. Let's clean that. We'll go with just a tiny bit more olive oil. We're going to roast our peppers off for a few minutes, and then we'll add these to the potatoes and the onions. Okay, right, so the peppers are in there, they're nice and soft. I'm going to quickly add a little clove of garlic that I've sliced up there. Not everyone, you don't have to do that, but I've got some chopped rosemary. I've just pulled that out of the garden. That's the only herb we've got out there growing at the minute. So once again, you can use any herbs that you want to add into that. We've got the sliced meats, so that's going to go in there. I'm just going to let that fry off for a second. Okay, so next goes in with the garden peas. I'm going to chop them in, or frozen peas really. And then we're going to combine all the bits from earlier. That's everything together now, all mixed up. It's lovely. So I'm not sure if I said at the beginning of the, before I started cooking, before you start doing anything, you want to preheat your oven and turn it on to 160 degrees. We're about to pop this into the oven and let it fully cook in there. So next up is your eggs. Like I say, I'm going to give them a bit of a season. And mix up. Pour your egg mixture on. like so. Just going to move that around slightly. Okay, so you just want to leave that on there for a few moments. So you want the bottom to start cooking. So we're going to cook that about a quarter of the way, and then we're going to finish that in the oven. We're just going to top it with a little, I've got cheddar cheese here, but once again, you can use any cheese you want. There's no rules. It really is just using up whatever you've got in your fridge. So, lovely. A little bit of fresh cheese on there. And then we're going to pop this straight into the oven. So we'll pop that in there. I'm going to turn it up to 180, and we're going to give that about 6 to 8 minutes. Okay, so 6 minutes have passed, so it's time to check on the frittata, see how she's doing. Yep, I'm quite happy with that. You can get a bit more colour on the cheese if you want. You could always put it under the grill for a few moments if you wanted a little bit more colour on it, but I'm quite happy with that. I give it a little shake, and I can see that it's come away from the edges and it's cooked. So next thing to do is to turn her out. So you want to put plate on top like so, and then we flip her over like that, and then I'm going to flip her one more time. Voila! And there is your 10 minutes did it take, I think? Perfect lunch on a hot sunny day when in lockdown. Okay, welcome back to Ben's Cook Along. So today I'm going to make a very simple dressing for a salad. If you saw my previous video, you would have seen me cook a frittata. This would be the perfect accompaniment to go alongside that. Okay, so as in all of my previous videos, it's all about using stuff that everyone's basically got in their fridges. So it's a simple salad. In our salad today, we've got red peppers, cucumber, beetroot and spring onion. Okay, so to that we're going to apply our dressing. Dressings can be difficult to make, but they can be super simple as well. So this is one of my favourites. We've got mustard, we've got vinegar, we've got honey, and then the all-important ingredient, we've got a fantastic extra virgin olive oil. The oil is really important in any dressing. Okay, so we're going to start off. You want to find yourself a jam jar or some sort of jar. This is going to make things really easy for you. If you don't have that, you can obviously mix it with a whisk in a bowl. So we're going to go with 2 tablespoons of whole grained mustard. I'm going to go with 2 tablespoons, this is cider vinegar, but I would usually use a white balsamic vinegar. But once again, this is just whatever you've got knocking around in your house. We're then going to go with 1 tablespoon of runny honey. So that can go in there. On top of that goes 120 millilitres of extra virgin olive oil. There we go, that should be roughly that. As with everything, you want to lightly season. So a little bit of salt, a little bit of the old pepper. Then we're going to put the lid on this tightly, somehow. And then what we want to do is just give this a really good shake, and all this salad dressing will come together. There we go, lovely. So get your salad now. As you can see, the dressings all come together, and that's going to taste absolutely lovely on top of this. So we're going to just lightly drizzle our salad. Give that a turn over. Just a little bit more on top. And that's it. How simple could it be? Okay, check out my 2 videos that will show you how to make this perfect lunchtime snack, this little frittata we've put together, and this fantastic fresh salad with a lovely dressing on the side.